Now it's show time.
Here we go.
Have you ever cleaned a stream?
No, I have only cleaned a beach.
Then you can learn about river pollution from the next team.
Let's welcome the investigation of River West begins in Yilan to share with us.
Hello everyone, we are Group River West. My name is Julian and my SOW name is Yilan.
My name is Penny and my SOW name is Yilan.
My name is Rapunzel and my SOW name is Wei Yu.
SOW hold a beach cleanup event every year. In September 2023, we went to the beach cleanup of Desico Creek, and we were surprised to see large amounts of garbage compared to previous cleaning beaches we have ever seen. And we wanted to know where the garbage came from. We found that about 80% of the garbages in oceans come from the river. We discovered that cleaning beaches just doesn't solve the root cause of the problem. During the meeting in August, we came to know the adults they wanted to carry out an investigation of River West in Yilan, and this aroused our interest. So we started to ask for advice from adults who had a relevant experience. Our program has relevance to the Sustainable Development Goal 15 of 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development.
Now let's talk about the early stage of our plan. Our first challenge was we wanted to measure the quantity of the garbage, but how do we do it? This 14 liters garbage bag is a new Taipei City specific garbage collection bag, and it can accommodate about 15 plastic bottles.
Hey Penny, I have a question. How can we make sure everyone counts the accurate data of garbage?
We have asked the assistance of experienced partners to help us conduct practice and procedures to get the accurate results. And all the data will be recorded by at least 2% before it is recorded to the analysis. And such as this sofa. We'll count the sofa like this, and it's about 24 bags. We fill in a form at each point according to the actual situation. And the content of the form include the date, time, degree of site obstruction, meter away from the river, the biggest in size, and the most of garbage type. And last but not least, we'll upload the hotspot photo. And we also use the function of Google Map to mark a point every 500 meters, and so that we can clearly know the starting point and ending point. We observe the grass that covering the site during the 500 meters, and the observation range will divide it into 4 parts. One is the direct view of the water surface and vegetation below 1 meter, vegetation above 1 meter, and the site is all blocked. And the survey range is from the center of the river to the bicycle path. An app called Time Camera was introduced to us by the experienced partner, and we use this app when we want to take a hotspot photo. This app can directly show the position and the precise location. And the Google Maps sign should be displayed on the upper left of the photo, and the upper right of the photo should display the date, time, and the geography location. And this is the photo we're taking, the hotspot photo. Now let's talk about the actual execution. The very first river we investigated was the Dongshan River. And this is the picture we ride in the back to investigate it. And starting from last September, we conduct the actual survey each month. And so far we have done it for 7 times. And because there are so many works that needed to be completed, so we segregate a small text to everyone. And it also allows everyone to be familiar with all the jobs. And the text include navigator, form filler, team leader, note writer, and trash picker.
Next, we will talk about our resource in 3 sections: the biggest in size, most of, and garbage hotspots.
Hey, Rukanso, I have a question. What is biggest in size?
The biggest in size refers to the size of garbage compared to all the garbage within 500 meters. In most places, the biggest in size were PET bottles.
What's the most of?
Most of refers to the garbage we see the most within 500 meters. For example, plastic bags.
What is the garbage hotspot?
Garbage hotspots refer to taking photos and recording the place with most garbage within 500 meters, and we record them in our phones.
But what's the point of counting the garbage like this?
We can give our resource to the government and ask government to clean up garbage according to the location of hotspots. Our investigation of Dongshan River consisted a total of 18 points, and within 9 kilometers, each point being 500 meters. Compared to the amount of garbage found near the river bank of certain river, Dongshan River bank can be classified as pretty clean. Observation of our research shows around 0.5 to 8 of Taipei standard garbage collecting bags were found at 80% of the survey points. As mentioned previously, we have categorized our resource into 3 categories. First, biggest in size. The garbage biggest in size were plastic bags, out of which food packaging bags, accounting for approximately 50%. And we also found some special garbage, such as sofas, plastic straw, abandoned bottles, and household waste. Second, most of. The most quantity of garbage were plastic bags, out of which food packaging bags, accounting for approximately 70%. Third, garbage hotspots. We color code and mark the action data on the map, so that we can clearly see the status of each point. From this picture, we can see that most of our icons are more blue and green, which means they are more cleaner. Second, we did the Zhikou Creek with a total of 23 points within 11.5 kilometers. The amount of garbage in 50% of the river section is listed at 8 bags, but there are specific areas that are particularly dirty. First, biggest in size. The garbage biggest in size were plastic bottles and containers, accounting for approximately 88%. Second, most of. The most quantity of garbage were plastic bottles and containers, accounting for about 88%. Third, garbage hotspots. From this picture, we can see that most of icons are more red and yellow, which means they are more messy. From the above diagram, we can see that there is not much difference between the Zhikou Creek and Dongshan River, but the subjective feelings are very different. Dongshan River has bigger garbage, such as sofas, while the Zhikou Creek has a lot of household waste. We divide the Zhikou Creek into 2 sections because a large amount we found in the middle section, so we divide it into 2 sections for analysis.
Before we get to the conclusion, let's look at the difficulties we encountered. Why does this diagram look so complicated? Because we initially typed all of the data for both the Zhikou Creek and the Dongshan River on the same sheet. And then we realized that we had to retrieve the data. We solved this problem by creating form unique to Dongsan River and Desico Creek, and we're revisiting Dongsan River again to fill the missing information. Last, I want to talk about the analysis and discussion. First, during our exploration, we found that plastic products and food wrappers accounted for the majority of the river's trash, which brings us back to the fact that we should try to reduce the use of the plastic products in our daily lives. Furthermore, as mentioned earlier, we can observe the trash at the estuary of the Desico Creek. We can see a lot of poultry and fishing equipment left behind by anglers. In the middle section of Desico Creek, we could see a lot of household garbage in the area. So we would like to suggest the relevant organization to set up a signboard there to warn the people. Thirdly, since the middle section is not far from my home, I would like to discuss with the village head and invite the residents there to clean up the area. This will not only make the environment better, but also increase the cohesion in the community. Next, the reason why Dongsan River is cleaner than Desico Creek is because Dongsan River is the major recreation area, so the government will strengthen its management and maintenance. So we want to write a letter to the relevant organization to ask them to take part in the Desico Creek to maintenance and management. Lastly, we want to this representation of river conditions can't representation of river west in Yilan, but they can be served as a guide for SOW to work in the future. Thank you for listening.
We hope you guys can join us in the future actual survey, and we are glad to answer all of your doubts and questions.
Thanks for the action plan brought by investigation of River West begins in Yilan. Next, we will ask the judges to comment.
Okay, thank you for your presentation. Yeah, I think the way you present is quite clear and practical. You provide a very practical steps and very specific way to how to do it, how to do a survey, and a very practical way to how to about all the procedure you are doing. And I think that's the highlight of the presentation. Yeah, very good. Yeah. And a few suggestions I would like to provide is, I think one is you can provide more visualized picture or films, yeah, to emphasize the issues you found during the survey. Like you have the table and the chart to present the percentage of the waste you found. But if you, I think it might be better if you can provide a real picture of and how's the real situation you found in the riverbank. Yeah, that would be more can emphasize, that can provide more emphasis on the issue you found, and more the audience will can really feel the issues. Yeah, that's one of the things. And also the action plans, about the action plans, I think you need to provide more concrete action plan for the futures, and also more details of which action you want to do, because in this forum, we are the action forums, so we would like to see more action plans for the futures. That's my small suggestion. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so I will also make a few comments. First of all, I think with your limited time and resources, I think you have done very good job. And your presentation was very good. I think all of you speak English quite well. I think probably better than my student. And in terms of the presentation, I think it's of course there will still be places where you can make improvement, but in general, I think your presentation is very structured. Your PPT slides were very nicely made, so I think that's something very good at your age. So maybe I will give you a few suggestions. In the beginning, you seem to mention that in this particular project, you are focusing on finding the root cause of the pollution. Did you mention that?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So along the all the actions that you have done, so you did measuring garbage, you did identification of hotspots, and a little bit of tracing the source of pollutant. But then maybe in the future, when you have the opportunity to do the presentation, you may need to find a way to wrap up your work, meaning that analyze your current data and trying to see where's the source of source of pollutant and the root cause, because you have identified like larger, the biggest item or largest portion of these garbage, and I think along the river, when there are different curves, those garbage will, because of the I don't know, maybe fluid dynamic or different kind of physical phenomenon, they gather there. But then as you trace them back, you may need to record them. I think you did that, record them at different locations so that you know that it wasn't there before and suddenly reached there. So that you know that it may be allowed for throwing garbage or dumping garbage at a certain point. I'm not sure how to do that, but finding the root cause of the pollution is in fact a very good idea. That's how we solve problem rather than we try to make up of the mistake that we made and trying to clean it up. Okay, so that's one comment. Another comment is, did you find anything unexpected during your investigation? Any insight? So
maybe let's say the garbage we didn't expect, or
the quantity or the type?
Maybe a sofa or a boat we will find in the grass, or the riverbanks we will find a boat and some plastic chair. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think you did mention about finding this different sources, and based on the type of sources, then you will contact different potential party to help resolving the problem or making more promotion material so that prevent people from throwing the garbage. Yeah, I think that's a long way to deal with it. Okay, no other comment. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, you rock, girls. I think I really admire your efforts and your courage to do this really hard job and a lot of sweat, right? During the summer and the sunshine and your pretty skin. Okay, but I really admire. And then So I just want to know that because that for the river cleanup also it's an initiative for SOW, right?
Yes.
So did you learn or did you apply the template from SOW, or you just develop by yourself from scratch?
We have asked the SOW experience partner to help us.
Okay. So all the analysis and then the method to count the waste is following the rules, right? The know-how of the cleanup. Okay, then I think you may have to. I don't think you have to spend so much time on those information because we just follow SOWs or that's the general template in this subject, right? Like not only SOW but other NGO are doing the same thing, so you can apply their templates, right? And then so I just want to note that because sometimes you get frozen on the stage, you forgot what to say, and because your slides, the information in the slides is too limited. You only have a hot headline and with a chart. That would be helpful if you can write down what's the most important point of this slide. That can help you to remind you what you are going to say. So, and then also for the audience to know that better, because sometimes you are too nervous, the pronunciation, you speak too fast. So sometimes I don't know what you are talking about. So either you have some headlines and some bullet points on the slide to remind yourself, as well as for the audience to know it better, what you want to say in this slide. So your slides are too simple, so that's cause some problems as well. And then the definition. There's one thing about the 5 scale of dirtiness level, right? And then I don't know what's the definition. You only say with the Chinese wording. This is English presentation. Everything needs to be English. So it's a 最脏跟不脏, but I don't know what's the difference. What's the definition of this different level? 5 scales. Did you mention that?
Yes. One is the green one is 4 bags and 16 bags and 65 bags and 258 bags and 1,000.
Oh, okay, I got it. Okay, so you did mention that. I'm sorry, it's my fault. Okay, so just need to make it clearly. And then you say you also install time camera on the hotspot. What's the purpose? To record who is dumping the waste? To find out who dumped the waste, is that right?
Just the time camera has the Google Map, so when we give the photo to the government can know where the location is.
So you use time camera or you just took photos?
We use time camera to take a photo.
So have you checked that whether it violates privacy? 你们可以安装在任何地点安装摄影照相机吗？
It's an app in.
It's an app. It's not a real camera.
Oh, it's an app. Okay, so but it's still legal.
No,
You can-
you
you
just
can-
use it
App.
your phone.
Oh, okay, then that's fine. Okay, and then so I think you really need to, because you spend most of the time to analyze those numbers, statistics. But we want to know which is what you are going to do. So that's the other judge said that we need more concrete action plans. And then when you say I want to write letter to someone or you want to educate people to reduce the waste, but that's only your thoughts. That's not action. So you need to detail what you are going to do step by step and with more concrete actions. And then the final point is the typo. You have to check the typo before you finalize the presentation. Okay? 有的错字，好 ，Thank you.
Thanks for your advice.
Thanks for all the review. And the plan brought by investigation of river waste begins in Yilan is really wonderful.
Sure. In the end, we appreciate the sharing of investigation of river waste begins in Yilan again.
And now we invite Mr. 柯点一。
My English is not good. How much time do I have? So I have 3 minutes. No, 3 minutes. That's it. Okay, first of all, I would like to thank these two young ladies. They are really great. You know, before coming here today, they did not know that they will have to introduce this English sessions. So
what happened? You
so,
didn't tell them?
No, I didn't tell
It's
them.
your fault.
So they only have a very limited amount of time to do the presentation. So let's give them a big hands. Really wonderful. And what I would like to say is that, well, I would like to congratulate those 3 participants. Where are you? Okay. First of all, their Englishes are excellent. When I was at their age, it's impossible for me to come up here and to meet so much audience and say in English. And you guys are excellent. I was wondering if I can give you any suggestions. Well, I don't want to be a judge. What's that? Okay, 1 minute. I need to finish that 1 minute. I must not shake. Okay. Oh yeah. I would like to thank you everybody for staying here because before the English session starts, I thought that all of those adults would be gone. And thank you for being here because I really want you to be here to give those kids precious. And I would like to say I'm sorry that the presentation group from Yilan, the leader told me that based on our rules that for English presentation the maximum team member is 5, but they said they have 6. So he had a big problem of removing one in order to participate the English session. That is the reason why they drop out. So he was. I'm sorry to say that we will change our rule starting from next year so that the English session team member altogether can be 6 as all the other teams. So I still have 3 minutes. Done. Thank you very much for coming.
The 2024 Environmental Action Fund come to an end.
Thank you everyone.